Hey, how's it going everyone? So I just wanted to give you another recap for January 29th, 2026. And this is a recap of the Samurai strategy for the day, and that's the strategy that we use within the community to go ahead and day trade. So as a quick breakdown, let's go ahead and look at first of all the news for the day. So we had unemployment claims on the US dollar. Now based on the rules of the Samurai, we don't trade within a plus or minus hour of this event. So I wasn't trading between 12:30 or 2:30. I could then look at entries as of 2:30 onwards. So that was where I'd kind of built my baseline off of the day for how I was going to trade. And then it came to the charts itself. So loading up onto the charts, first of all, we've got EURUSD on the 5-minute time frame. Now what we had was we had a nice accumulation session that was formed here. Now, as I've said in other videos, if the ending or the start of this session was the low or high formed, then it would be an invalid accumulation. Whereas as you can see on this, we had the high formed here and we then closed an equal high. So we would still count that as an accumulation session. We then had our first sweep of liquidity at the end of this session here, as you can see. So we were then looking for a change of character. Now that change of character came at this point here, which is where we then found our first entry. So we had a change of character and we had a retest with our stop loss at the predominant highs and then a take profit at the opposite side of the Asian session lows, which was this low formed here in the market. So as you can see, that was a 1.01 risk to reward and we hit a full TP on that. But while this trade was open, what we had a very nice scale in. So we had that same change of character confluence, and then we had the Fibonacci tool set up for a 61.8% entry. So as you can see here, this was the 618 level, one candlestick, as you can see, literally one candle, wicked it, tagged in, and then we went for a full TP down at the 618 extension level down there as well. So as you can see, that was a 3.18R. So for the day in total, we were 4.19R up, as you can see there on EURUSD. So that was a really good day. We literally made above 4 risk to reward on that pair. If we then look at the New Zealand dollar, which we also trade, there was no entries made on this. Now the reason being is because we disallow this last candlestick here. That's not actually the true ending of our session. The reason why that isn't our true ending of the session is simply because if this was to be the candle here at 5 o'clock, this actually closes at 5:05. So on the close of this candle, it's already 5 minutes past the closing of our session. So we base it off of this candle here, which as you can see, there was no session highs formed besides that candlestick made there. So this was an invalid accumulation, so there was no trades for the day on this pair. If we were to go ahead and trade it, as you can see, we didn't sweep upside liquidity, we did sweep the lows that were made here, and that was at this point, and then we had a pullback here which would have made the change of character there, entry, and then it would have headed up almost halfway now to its take profit level. So very slow day, very improbable conditions on the New Zealand dollar, and that is why we didn't trade it, because of that accumulation that was invalidated. But we did have two very nice trades on EURUSD, and they were 2 TPs taken, initial entry and then a scale-in entry for a above 4.19 risk to reward. So good day overall taken on the Samurai strategy. Here's to tomorrow. We've got one more trading day of the week, and then we can summarize the week's results. But it's been a great week so far for everyone trading this within inside the Discord.